Welcome back to Muscular Development. You are watching the Buff Bombshell show. My name is Lauren Lotta. I am your host, and I'm with the amazing Emma Hyndman, aka the Posing Pro.
Woo! I'm going to be my own hype girl today.
Be the cheerleader.
How are you, Lauren?
I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm really well. It's a busy time as always. But no, I'm good. I'm a little bit disappointed. We've lost the summer sun. Where's that gone? As you can see, we're back in black again.
It was snowing the other day, and then it started going to like sunshine. And
we're very confused here in the UK.
And now it was hailing earlier.
Yeah. It's just wild out there. It's wild.
Or maybe it's just West Yorkshire. I don't know.
I'm not going to lie. When I do drive over here, the weather does get worse.
Huh.
Yeah, I think it's because you're high on a hill. Anyway, enough about the weather. How are you?
I'm really good. So I actually started a new job.
Yes, she did.
Guess where I work?
You tell me.
Strength Pro Gym.
Woo! We're just one big squad now.
We are. I'm available for PT and online coaching now. So
amazing.
And also I'm really enjoying it.
Are you enjoying?
I do.
You're always like bopping about around the gym. When I see you cleaning and behind the reception, she's always got a little bop going on.
I dance a lot.
You do. But yeah. I don't see you dance on this show.
No, because here I have to be like really quiet and in my chair. But when you see me at Strength Pro Gym, you will probably see me on the cameras and I'm busy dancing all the time. So it's really funny.
But we like that. We like it.
Absolutely.
So how's it been? Was it you in your second week now?
Yeah, my second week now. Everything is all good. Everyone's super helpful. Ainsley's awesome, by the way.
She is. That's my manager. Yeah. She is amazing.
Yeah, big shout out to Ainsley.
Woo! Who's also actually competing for the first time this year.
That's true. She starts prep on Sunday.
She does.
Oh my goodness.
I know, her first prep.
It's exciting.
Super exciting.
I have her shoes. I think this is one of her shoes.
Oh.
Ainsley, if you watch this is actually one of your shoes.
Your shoes are here. They're on their way to you after this show.
Sorry.
So you started at the gym?
Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Is your goal to do some PT and things there?
Well, as you guys know, like before I started Buff, I had left my full-time role and I was actually in a PT role and I was doing my gym.
Yes.
And then Corona kind of happened and COVID happened.
Yeah.
And that's when I started Buff. And
how fantastic that you were able to start and really put your energy into Buff.
I love it.
During the midst of a global pandemic.
Well, I had nothing else to do and I was stuck. So I was like, it's either this or I don't know what I'm going to do about rent. So it was like...
Giles one is rent payment and you need to have it.
Well, this was pre-Giles, pre-everything.
Okay.
This was all Lauren.
Oh, wow.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, it's either this or nothing.
That's really cool.
So I was just like, I got to do this or I'm going to be... But I just made a plan.
Yeah.
You find that I'll make a plan with everything.
You like a plan and you like a list.
I do like a list.
You do. I think as well, like, if you could, as I said, build a business in the midst of a really wild, turbulent, unprecedented year, and you've been able to turn it into a success, then, you're doing something right.
Thank you. Yeah. And it's all part of my master plan to also bring back the coaching on there and not just have me as a coach one day, but... You
want to have multiple coaches on there?
Yeah, it's part of my master plan.
Oh,
which is now revealed.
Yeah, now you've just told everybody. That's cool. So you're looking to take on online prep clients or lifestyle clients?
For me, lifestyle, bikini only because that is sort of my area of speciality.
Yeah.
And then... for one day, bring on somebody else and hopefully just grow it that way. Because I've always had this dream that it would be something like this, kind of like a one-stop shop when it was just bikini, but now it's sort of evolving and it gets bigger every kind of month.
Well, now you got Buff and, got the YouTube series, there's a lot of layers to it, but I really think now that is, it's the baseline for a successful business. You have to tick all of the boxes kind of across the board. So you have to be able to diversify. Yeah.
And I really just love working with people. Like I can't imagine myself not wanting to actually work around people and being in fitness.
Yeah.
There was a big piece of my soul that was missing when I was just doing counting, and I just remember thinking, this is not for me.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine you I kind of could because you're a little bit geeky.
Thank you.
In the nicest, most flattering way, but I mean like a geek more in the fact that you're super organized, you're very logical, you know, planning and things like that. So I can imagine you being a very good accountant, but I could imagine you also getting a little bit bored.
Yeah, you mean you can't dance while you're doing numbers? So.
No. So.
But what has been happening with you? By the way, I like your nails.
Thank you so much. New nails today. Yeah, I've got little pink tips. Can you see those?
I think that's very cool.
Pretty. Well, usually I just have like a normal white tip manicure, but I saw these and I was like, oh, this is different. Let's just mix up a little bit. So apart from getting my nails done, I've actually got I'm calling May the month of madness.
Okay.
Because it's just wild at the moment. It's so crazy. So yes, lots going on. I've stage coaching seminar this week where I'm only managing to put a 7-foot stage into a studio, which is going in on Saturday night. And then it'll be ready for the coaching seminar on Sunday, which you're also going to be at.
Yes.
Woo! Talking accessories and shoes and everything that we need to get on stage. So yeah, I've got other people there as well. I've got like a makeup artist there. I've got a few coaches there. I have Defiance Donuts there in case anybody wants a donut. Yes. And yeah, it's just a wild month. Tomorrow, what am I doing tomorrow? So before lockdown first happened, I was starting a YouTube studio series where basically I was filming content that was happening in the studio, so people could literally just sit and watch a studio session and really see what goes on inside the Pose and Pro studio.
That's very cool.
So tomorrow morning I am kicking off with that again. So we're picking up with it, nice. Which is really cool. I've got a couple of I've got Scarlett, who is an IFBB figure pro who's doing her debut this year. She's coming up from London to join me in the studio. And then I also have Kamara Graham, who is an IFBB fitness pro, and we're starting her routine.
Oh, I like the toxic one that she did.
But we're doing something very, very cool this time. So she's picked the track, she's got the vibe.
Oh my gosh.
And then after that, I'm also putting on a big Pose and Extravaganza performance this month. So straight after that, I have a rehearsal with 12 to 15 athletes. I'm just taking one day as it comes. So that is tomorrow. And then Saturday, I'm in the studio, Sunday stage coaching. And then next week, we go again.
Yes, we do.
So it's busy, but I'm just not letting myself get too stressed, and I've done actually heaps of planning at the beginning of the week, making sure that everything is in order so I don't have any last minute stressful situations. So yeah, I'm excited though. It's going to be a really cool week. And then what else tomorrow? After my rehearsal, I'm then going to do a marketing campaign for Defiance Donuts.
We love the donuts. By the way, I've had, which one did I have? I did the sprinkly one.
You've had the Lotus Biscoff.
I had the Lotus Biscoff one, but I didn't have the whole one, you guys. But
You had the skinny one anyway. So.
It was delicious.
Yeah.
It was really
And at the moment, the donuts are they've been sent for lab testing. To get all of the macros specific and all of the regulations and things that we need to have completely signed off, so everyone knows what they're getting, so allergies and macros and putting it into, so people can then put it into MyFitnessPal and things like that. So.
How crazy. Because you don't want a Pret situation on your hands.
We do not want a Pret situation.
Yeah, that was terrible, but I think that's so important, and the fact that you're even venturing out in a completely new avenue, which is still related to the fitness, but it's food.
It's food. I don't cook. So luckily my other half does, but I always say I can cook. Obviously I can cook. I just don't enjoy it. So I'm not a baker. I don't like baking cakes, but I have now a donut business.
Well, that is pretty incredible, and I'm really, really happy. I can't wait to see what happens with the new donuts. I did submit some flavor request on your Instagram.
You did? What was your flavor request?
I must have submitted 15 different flavor requests to you guys. It's just
we're gonna have to name one of the donuts that you requested, like a Lauren donut
or a bombshell.
A bombshell donut. I'll do you a bombshell donut. I love it. We'll do a thing. Oh yes.
Yes. So you guys, please make sure to go check out Emma Hyndman _ the
Posing Pro. Go make sure you check out Buff Bombshell, Lauren Lotter. Yes. Give us all the love.
Yeah, because we're working super hard to do new things and like do stuff.
Yeah,
so.
we just want to. I think we're just ambitious.
Yeah, we really. Yeah.
We want to do well.
Yeah.
And. We just got that dancer's mentality.
Yeah, we love fitness.
Where we just keep going and going and going.
Yeah.
You know, we don't take no for an answer and we want to be successful.
And if we do get a no, we usually make it and we end up doing it ourselves.
We do it ourselves, or we come back again until they say yes.
And we make a plan. So that's good.
So today's show, tell us, what have we got on?
Okay, so the first thing that I want to bring up is something a little bit controversial.
Oh, controversial. We like it.
I always get confused with this word. But here's the thing. We want to talk a bit about the abuse of power within. So slightly more serious topic now.
It is a serious topic, actually. So we want to talk about the abuse of power within bodybuilding. And primarily we're talking about maybe coaches that are, what is the word?
So that, in a way, almost taking advantage of the situation with certain athletes.
So it could be a coach, it could be a photographer, it could be a show promoter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So
abusing their position.
Exactly. In order to either make you do something to be able to get somewhere or doing something to make you feel uncomfortable. There was a recent situation, but we're not going to name names because we don't think that's right.
Okay.
But there was a situation on Instagram recently where there was a certain industry professional who has been called into question over his ethics and just his professionalism in general with regards to the way that he's been treating girls.
So basically, this professional was sending inappropriate pictures of himself to his clients in his profession, and not just to one but clearly several, and just being very inappropriate. And it's now come to light that he has done it with many athletes. Now, I think this is something that keeps cropping up within the industry. There's been quite a few situations where coaches have been exposed, whether it's a coach, whether, like we said, anyone who is in the industry who is a professional in whatever their profession is, and just, you know, taking advantage of the fact that maybe they see women in their bikinis, making sexual comments, making women feel uncomfortable. Now, we're obviously not saying that just doesn't happen on a reverse as well, like female to male, because I'm pretty sure it probably does. But realistically, it is probably more the women that experience this more, just because of the male attitude and ego.
And it's still a relatively male-dominated industry. You know,
it is.
Women like myself and Emma, you've been in this for a while, and you've really like taken the forefront with the posing, and you know, you've gone into that. But there are still so many more male coaches, for example, than there are females at this moment in time. And a lot of the stories that I have heard have come from women and only women, with regards to either, like you said, either coaches or show promoters. But that's not to say that every coach and every show promoter
is... No,
of
course, we're not like tarnishing everyone with the same brush, but I think it is a topic that needs to be spoken about again. Like, lift the lid on it, because I think sometimes as well, especially in this, I tend to find when people expose somebody, then more people start to speak up, and it's actually like, okay, this is actually not a one-off and you can't question it because it's happening to other people as well. And I just think it needs to be something that is spoken about more so that other people don't feel like they can abuse their position and get away with it.
Yes.
And I think it's really important that, you know, there needs to be a level and a standard that is delivered on all fronts where females feel safe. I myself, when I was competing and had a prep coach, I actually specifically pick someone that I knew didn't have any sort of reputation like that. So those of you know that Jordan Peters was my prep coach. And I actually picked I felt I wanted to know that I would feel comfortable sending someone a picture of myself in a bikini 2-3 times a week, you know? And I think it's important that females do feel safe in that environment as well, and knowing that they're not being looked at as objects.
Absolutely. And while we're on the point of check-in as well, I just want to say, please never check in your underwear or a thong. Please make sure that it is just, even if it's off the rack bikini, like a Primark swimsuit.
Yeah, I think it, because it changes obviously what you're wearing changes the dynamic of the check-in.
Yeah, it totally does. And like, I do know a situation where a coach and like the girl was in a situation where she was checking in her undies, so to speak, and we're not saying the undies weren't totally covered here, like they were like lacy little pieces. And you know, when people post it online, okay, if you post that online, that's for your own thing. But when you then send it to a coach, if something does start to change, just don't put yourself in that position in the first place. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, just be careful, be aware of it. And to other coaches, whether male or female, I would state in your contracts, just wear a regular bikini.
I think I guess it covers, you know, the coach, or it crossing over into any other boundaries, because as well sometimes the women aren't completely innocent, and sometimes maybe, I don't know, they might just not be thinking about what they're wearing in their check-in, and they think, well, a bikini is just the same as my underwear. But it's not. But at the same time, women should, at the end of the day, you're still checking in a two-piece.
Yeah.
You know,
just be like aware. That's what I think.
So yeah, I would just think as well, like we said, we need to shed some light on the situation. And hopefully, you know, by making examples and these people who have been brought to the forefront because of their actions, then hopefully, you know, it will make other judges, not judges, but other coaches, photographers, show promoters, maybe it'll hopefully deter them from doing this with other females. I've heard we're in the industry, and in all honesty, I hear all sorts of stories, you know, about women being pressured into going for dinner with show promoters, and being told if they don't go, they won't place well. I hear it all.
That's scary.
And it is scary. And I think, especially, you know, if you're not a female that has, if you're not strong-minded, like, I wouldn't be afraid to say, no, I'm really sorry, but fuck you.
Exactly.
But I think some females, like athletes, are so afraid of doing something that is a detriment to their placing, and maybe not getting the placing they deserve because they didn't go for that dinner, or they didn't send him that check-in picture. And I think as well, women need to ask themselves, is it really worth sending that picture or going for that dinner and putting myself in a position that I really don't want to be in order to just do well? I think, you know, essentially, if you stand on a stage and you deserve to win, and it's clear to everyone that you should win, then don't go for the dinner. Just say no, because I think when you say yes, and I get that we're under pressure, it just shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, just
it shouldn't be happening.
Professional, and just being like, politely decline and walk away if you have to, because that
or you know, don't be afraid to raise it to a higher level. You know, there is levels of authority above whoever is maybe making these suggestions and putting people under pressure. I'd go above and I'd get them exposed.
Me too. Absolutely.
That's my take on it.
So you guys, that is our little piece right now on this, because like we said, there's just been some stuff recently, especially on Instagram, that's just come to light, and We just want to be able to tell you guys about it. Don't feel pressured into doing anything that you ever feel like you shouldn't be doing.
And I think as well in regards to on the flip side from the coach's perspective, whether it, like we said, coach, photographer, whatever it is, also be mindful of how you build a relationship with your female clients.
Yeah.
Me personally, for example, I have a male in the studio. I am super professional.
Yeah.
Like there is absolutely no lines, barriers crossed when I have someone of the opposite sex in the studio, because at the end of the day, that's your business.
It's your name.
It's your name and your reputation. Yeah. So, guys, don't let your eye run away with you and maybe say something that could be blurred lines.
Yeah.
Don't blur the lines.
Exactly. Keep it clean.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys, that's that for now. We'll probably talk more about this in a different, maybe we'll share some more stories, but yeah.
Well, if it's a topic that needs more airtime and it needs more conversation, then it's something we definitely want to talk about. And like you said, it is a serious issue and it shouldn't be happening in the industry. And I think the more people that expose it, then hopefully the less it will happen.
Absolutely.
Superb.
So, but now we're going to talk about something, I guess, more fun. And that is, we wanted to quickly go over the Pittsburgh Pro Show held by J.M. Mannion this weekend. And the big news about this was that it was one of the first wellness pro shows it is the first one of the year.
Yeah.
And, you know, I got Emma in, so I want Emma to critique the posing.
We're going to look at the girls and see what they've got.
Because this was pretty incredible. 25 ladies on stage.
So we just heard as well is that there was more girls in this category than the figure.
So more girls
in wellness.
Figure, yeah. So like you've got for this one, wellness was more than figure. Yeah. And then we've got, well, this is the first call outs over here.
Yeah. Impressive. So obviously, as you said, the first pro show for the wellness category of the year. And what an impressive lineup it was. I mean, 25 girls?
25 wellness women at the first wellness show of the year in Pittsburgh this weekend. Like, incredible.
Super. So here on the screen, we've got Angela in the middle.
So we've got Angela and Yarishna over here. Yeah.
So I'd say they're probably, you know, the two main top contenders in this category. They are very highly followed. And as we can see, two different physiques, you know, proportions.
Heights.
Angela's quite tall. Yeah. And then obviously Yarishna is, how tall is she? Do you know?
I don't know the exact heights.
I think she looks pretty short to me. Oh. Petite, not short, petite.
She's got lots of muscle. Oh my goodness.
With a whole stack of muscle on that figure. So yeah, I mean, this picture, it's hard to really judge the posing as it is slightly off to the angle, but I think really the importance with this category is that we know we're looking for balance, right? But we are looking for balance, but we do want a very well developed lower half. Now the clarity is that this category isn't about being heavier on the bottom half. It's about being more muscular through the lower half. So we're really focusing on the glutes, the hamstrings and the quads. Now if you look at Angela, now look at the lady that is second from the left with on the end on the left with the dark hair. She's a similar height to Angela. Now look at the legs. You can see that Angela is far more developed. She's got a really round, bubbly glute. The quads are, in my opinion, well, it's safe to say in this category, the quads are overdeveloped in this category as a whole. So the girls need to have those proportions in balance. Now, I think for me, another factor in this category that makes a difference is the footwear.
Yes.
Now, talk to me.
All right, so... Okay, so then footwear. So Angela has pretty much no platform. This is like a gala shoe. And then the lady on the very right, or second from the right, she has the elegant shoe, kind of like a cocktail style, which is like this heel over here. But she is a little bit shorter. And then Amanda, who is next to Angela on the left, again, flat heel.
There's a small platform.
Very, ever so slightly, but on
with
two
an
shoes.
ankle strap. So I'm going to talk about, when wellness really came onto the stage. Now, the lady to the right of Angela, what did you say her name was again? Sorry?
Yarishna, and on the left is Amanda.
Amanda. So you can see with Amanda, she's got a small ankle strap, which when wellness first came onto the stage, this was very popular because it actually shortens the leg. So it makes if you think about it with wellness, they want to see a thicker quad, hamstring, glute. If you shorten the leg by cutting off at the ankle, it will add to the leg looking thicker.
So,
yes. So, yeah, that's it. So when the category first started, a lot of the ladies, if you look back, all the wellness ladies, they all had a really small heel because again, if you wear a higher heel with no ankle strap, longer leg.
I always wear no strap.
Well, it lengthens the leg. Word answers, so that's something we would always have done. But yeah, when the wellness category first came out, this is what the ladies were wearing, and no platform. Now, for me, obviously it varies from athlete to athlete, but the no platform actually, again, shortens the leg length for me. Because when you've got a platform, what does it do? It adds more length. So really in this category, you don't want to add or lengthen the leg because you want the legs to look more compact.
I like this.
So play around. Yeah. And maybe that's something you should talk about on Buff.
I will definitely do some sort of guide or something.
Yeah, cool. For the wellness girls, for the bikini girls. So yeah, you can see really clearly here. Angela's shoes and even this ankle strap. So here, I mean, for me here now, again, this could be an action shot, so we won't say for sure, but for me here, Yarishna, her midsection looks thick because of the angle of the hips. So now you can see with Angela, because her front foot is flat to the side, we get a really clear profile of the glute, which because we have the profile of the glute, and obviously she's more poised in this pose, but like we said, it could just be a moving pose for Yarishna. She's just far more tapered and balanced, whereas Yarishna, the lower half looks great, but we don't have the same profile on the side of the glute because her hip bones are angling towards us.
Okay.
I always say to my athletes, think about your hip bones having headlights and know what direction the headlights have to shine in to make your waist look as small as possible.
Got it.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if this is just a bad angle.
Maybe it's again, the way she's posing.
It's her posing. So if for me, she's probably trying to showcase more of the front of the quad, which again, you know, it's one of those situations where it really comes down to who you're stood next to on that stage. Okay. Now, if Angela wasn't there, it's really clear to see that Yarishna is the best.
Okay.
So her posing wouldn't matter. But when you're stood next to someone that is, you know, they're of a very high standard, this you can't get away with not perfect posing. So for me here, it may have been a different outcome if Yarishna tweaked her posing so that we got more of the side glute, we could see more of the hamstring.
Oh.
Woo! So we could see more of the hamstring and more of the taper of the waist. Now the rear shot.
Good Lord.
For me, now here, so the glutes on Angela, they just look a little bit rounder. But the tie-in for Yarishna is thicker. You see that triangle shape, that taper at the bottom of the glute? It's thicker. But Angela, her glutes are just a little bit higher and more bubbly. Bubbly. That's our new word. I've been using that a lot in the studio. I stole it from Jamie DeRigo. Bubbly.
Bubbly. Jamie.
We like to look bubbly.
Let's get back to that bubbly shot.
Let's see the bubble.
Oh my goodness.
So
she's got bubble. This one here.
Yeah, she has. She's got the bubble on the glute. But I think, unfortunately, when you're stood next to these two females, you know, it's just you're always going to look a little bit less developed because they just are such superb athletes. Also for me in this rear shot, which I think would have taken it for Angela, is her quads look more developed.
Yeah, she's got more
her outer sweep. Yeah.
I don't know, again, if the shoe plays a role in this, but Yarishna's got a lip, which is like a small platform, and the lady on the end's got a platform, and like you don't see much of their sweep at all.
Yeah.
But like you said, Angela, she's just like developed.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think as well at this level, sometimes you've got to play around with your footwear to just say, try different styles of the footwear. Get in the studio and pose and take videos and pictures and see what different style of shoe makes the physique look different.
Yeah.
You know, I think really at this level, these smaller, finer details, they play a huge difference. So, and also if you actually look at Angela, her calves and lower part of the legs are a lot smaller.
Yeah, I do
so
see.
Actually, that makes the quad sweep look bigger.
No way. Okay,
you see what I'm saying?
How that makes it look bigger. If
your
muscle is more at the bottom.
Yeah, of course. It's illusion.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I'm not saying that Angela's quads are an illusion, but again, it plays a part.
She trains quads more than she does calves.
Which you know, it would be interesting to know in this category if the judges really do look at the calves. I mean, in my opinion. In the bikini and the wellness category, ain't nobody looking at your calves.
I think they should though. Like that's because it's one of my best features. But I don't like it when girls don't have calves. It makes me feel like they don't like sport.
See, I don't think my calves are that well developed.
You've got nice calves.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
I think, look at Emma's calves.
I don't think I haven't really paid much attention to them, but I think if I was still competing and to this level, especially for figure, which obviously is what my category was, I would be looking at things like that to make a difference to the proportion. But who knows? Angela might be a step ahead of everyone, and she might be knowing that if my calves are smaller, the quads are going to look a whole heap bigger.
That's a good point, actually.
It is.
I like that.
On certain body parts, like we know that you have to pull back on certain body parts in order to make other areas pop.
Oh,
yes, let's watch.
So this is Yarishna's eyewalk.
Oh.
To me, she's just like so polished with her hair, the makeup,
everything.
She was also featured in MD this month.
Woo! Oh yeah, she went forward, she went backwards. I mean, I always get a lot of the girls, the amateur girls looking at the pro lineup and how the girls pose, and they're like, this weekend I saw somebody take a walk to the back of the stage and then they came back to the front. Do I need to do that? And I'm like, listen, they're pros. Like, they just let them do their thing. But you know, it is, and also that, you know, is a little bit, it can be confusing, even as a bikini pro, that maybe you're working your way through the pro shows. Yeah. It's a little bit like, am I allowed to walk to the back? Can I come off the square? Can I come off the box?
Yeah, it's like,
we need to ask those questions. Now the hair flick, it's got to be, I have a few girls who try and replicate the hair flick.
I can't do that one.
And sometimes you look like you're trying to give yourself whiplash.
It's so funny because if you don't do it with your arm,
I think
you do this.
Yarishna did it really well. Yeah. It's like a little.
Yeah, I can't do
it. I think you gotta have some serious sass going on to be able to pull that off. There's her fans. Yeah, she has the best teeth.
I think, yeah. I think Lorena means the queen.
Lorena, she's a queen. Jeez. They both have good teeth.
Look at this vein.
I mean, look at the hamstring just hanging out there. How does he even pick her up?
I don't know.
I wonder how much she weighs, because she's very muscular. I mean, look at that. Can we go down and just look at the morning check-in?
This one?
No, the morning check. Yes.
Big shout out to Eurishna. So if you're watching this. Wow.
And I just love, obviously we've talked a lot about the wellness category. I mean, if she'd done that pose on stage,
the front,
the waist, the middle picture, you know.
Oh my gosh. But do you think maybe this waist is also like before all the food goes in and then it's just like...
Well, who knows what her show day protocol is.
Because like this looks...
She looks empty.
Yeah, like this looks like really like, okay, give me some carbs kind of thing.
Yeah, the bubble. The bubble is not as full as it was on stage. Who knows? We just don't know. It would be great to know her show day protocol.
Yeah. Does she speak English?
I don't know. Let's get her on the show.
Does Eurishna speak English, Kaleem? No.
Can you translate?
We need a translator. But no, she looks awesome.
She looks superb.
Would be interesting to get like her on. I love this idea.
Superb.
So that is Eurishna.
Yes.
Oh. And
our wish list. What did you say?
There's English on the Instagram, so probably.
Yeah. Maybe she has someone that translates for her.
Maybe.
Do you think she does her own social media?
No way. With 2.4 million followers, how is she going to reply back to all of those messages?
Does she reply back to people?
I don't know.
Does she answer her fans? Fans talk to us. We want to know.
But also shout out to MPC News Online where we got these photographs from because we have to shout you out.
We do. Good work, guys. Awesome.
And I think shout out to J.M. Mannion, who is the official photographer and probably took all of these photos.
Yes, we just had him on the show, so make sure you check out that episode.
And these are your top 3 ladies with Angela going to the 2021 Olympia.
Oh, yes. Oh, amazing. Superb.
So you guys, that is a mini wellness review and rundown for you guys. First wellness show of the year.
Yeah, the next one we have
New York Pro.
New York Pro, which is this weekend, right?
Next weekend, Steve Weinberger's New York Pro on the 13th. Wait.
This weekend?
That's my birthday.
Oh.
The 15th, 16th of May.
Okay, yeah. Awesome. Super. So make sure you tune back in because we'll also cover that show as well. As always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, share and subscribe.
And please go check out our sponsor, Shape Brazil Fitness, on Instagram and purchase some lovely Shape Brazilian clothes.
Oh, yeah.
Because actually they're really cool.
They're so cool. We live in them.
We do.
We do. So thank you so much for watching, guys. And we look forward to seeing you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.